Bullying can happen to anyone. Verbal, social or physical bullying isn't restricted to an age group, social class or race, which is why it's so rife among society.
Bullying is a huge problem in South Africa, and it is definitely something that we should be aware of. The prevalence has always been there, but I think at this stage we are more educated about bullying and also how to address bullying. And also the scope of bullying has changed. You know, bullying used to be a walk to and from school, on the playground or in the classroom. But now we have, with the introduction of technology, we've also got a huge new move into cyberbullying.
Approximately 40 to 80% of school children experience bullying at some point in their school years. It's a common occurrence which can be devastating.
Well, I was an overweight kid. I grew up chubby, and I wasn't necessarily like huge, but I was bigger than most kids my grade. The girl that used to torment me the worst, we started off friends. We were very close. I don't remember what exactly went wrong, but we sort of drifted apart, and because she was a class clown, so she sort of used that to because everyone gave her attention. She was like Little Miss Popularity, you know, and everyone talked to her, and she sort of made fun of me a lot. It made me an introvert, actually. I didn't want to go out there and find friends because everybody would make fun of me, so it was hard.
Bullying isn't restricted to schools. This form of abuse can occur in the workplace or in situations where an authority figure takes advantage of their position.
I didn't actually know I was being bullied until I got diagnosed with shingles, which is a nervous stress disorder. And when I got it, I was like, what? Why would I have this? I'm not stressed. And through reflection, I realized it was because I was being bullied at my university by my lecturer. And I thought about how people perceive me as a very strong, confident, assertive person. I don't fall into the category of bully victim, so therefore I cannot claim that category. But every single person on this planet is a victim to bullying in some way or another. As society, we need to understand that we have a massive problem. Bullying is, in any realm, physical, emotional, psychological, it affects people to the point where they get pushed to their limits. When people get pushed to their limits, they do violent things, they commit crimes, they affect lives forever. As society, we need to understand that it's a problem, acknowledge it, rip off the scab and do something about it. I think we can all try every day to say something kind to another person. And even though we don't understand everyone's journeys, we need to be respectful that they have just as many rights as we do.
Implementing anti-bullying strategies is becoming more common in institutions. A simple measure is to encourage empathy and care for others.
Everyone should adopt an attitude of no bullying. That kids, if monitored effectively, you know, if the aggressive behavior is picked up, there should immediately be talk with those children. I see what you've done. That behavior is not appropriate here, and we can deal with that in this way. We need to teach our kids options. We need to teach our kids that there are other avenues of how to work on their aggression. So we shouldn't cut away from being angry, but let's teach our kids, let's equip them with skills on how to deal with that anger more effectively.
Combating bullying requires a coordinated effort between the community, be it parents and schools or employees, and management to put systems in place.
Students everywhere need to realize that the person saying the bad things or doing the bad things is not the only bully. You not standing up for the victim means that you're an accomplice to bullying too. Life is not easy. It's not going to be all rainbows and roses all the time. And you making someone else's day bad may be the last straw that broke the camel's back. So think about other people from their perspective. Put yourself in their shoes.
According to statistics, only about 30% of bullying incidents are actually reported to teachers or parents, meaning many children are suffering without support.
So you can get in touch with Childline via our crisis line, and that number is 08 000 55555. And keep kids should know that number. So kids, for themselves, they can call Childline. Tell us that there's bullying going on, and through that line, there are trained counselors there who can assist you to work through that bullying, and also tell you, to encourage you to tell your parents about it, and also encourage you to tell your school about it.
This growing culture of bullying means everyone should raise the level of awareness on this issue. It's up to us to help stop bullies and also encourage victims to speak out.
You might think in the moment it's fun and games, but you never really know how much it's affecting someone, and how it's going to affect them in the long run. And and also parents need to teach their children that it's not okay to be mean to people. It's even in the slightest way, it's just not okay, because in the long run it really affects someone, and it's not a very nice feeling.
If you are a victim of bullying, speak to an authority figure you trust as soon as possible and report it. Don't let someone take your dignity and your power from you.